So the next thing we want to talk about is convert angle measures between decimal degrees, minutes, and seconds. You may remember we use a protractor to measure angles. The most common protractor we use is basically the semicircle protractor. And it basically goes from 0 degrees to 180 degrees, since that's what a semicircle does. Notice how on our protractor we have the center of the protractor. It's like the vertex of the angle. Notice how to the right, this is kind of what we describe as our initial side of the angle. So typically, we go in a counterclockwise direction. So we typically go that way. So on a protractor, that's going to actually be the inside numbers, this one. So again, we could go from the left side and go clockwise, but typically we like to go counterclockwise. So, this would measure actually a 40-degree angle here using the protractor. So again, a degree, it kind of works, like I said, like clock measure. Think of like 1 hour as a degree. If you break an hour up into 60 pieces, each piece would be considered a minute. Then you can break up each minute into what we call 60 seconds. So the degree measure works just like a clock. So in our math, that we have 1 degree is going to equal 60 minutes. So they use like the apostrophe for the minute symbol. And like I said, if you divide the minute into 60 equal parts, that's going to be called seconds. So one minute is going to be equal to 60 seconds. And they use like the quote. So a little double symbol there. So you have what's called the degree symbol, then you have the minute symbol, and then you have the second symbol. So we can really break down a degree into smaller units of measure. So again, we can use a graphing calculator as a tool, and it will automatically convert degrees, minutes, and seconds to decimal degrees. So we'll look at that here in a second. That these symbols are actually on our calculator, on our graphing calculator. Degrees, minutes, and seconds, or DMS, degrees, minutes, and seconds. So again, this is what's called the sexagesimal function key. So that's kind of the relationship with the number of 60. So anyways, as we move forward, if I want to convert degrees, minutes, and seconds to a decimal degree equivalent, what I can do is divide the sum of the degrees, the minutes divided by 60, and the seconds divided by 3600. So we have degrees plus minutes divided by 60 and seconds divided by 3600, and that'll change the answer into a decimal notation. So if we want to change 115 degrees, 40 minutes, and 15 seconds to decimal degree, round to the nearest thousandth, what I can do is I have my 115 degrees, and I have plus then the 40 minutes, which is going to go 40 divided by 60, plus then the 15 seconds, which is going to be 15 divided by 3600. So if I put that into our calculator, see if I can find mine. Let me slide this over a little bit. Let's slide this over a little bit. And see if we can bring this over as well. There you go. That won't look too bad. So on our calculator, if I type 115 plus 40 divided by 60 plus 15 divided by 3600, because there's 3600 seconds in a degree, this becomes then 115 degrees 0.670. Now I have to decide whether to keep the 0 or round up. And since there's an 8 next to that, that means this is going to turn into 115.671. So this will turn into 115 degrees and 0.671. Now, if I want to, I can also use the calculator on this. So on our calculator, I think I can do this. We can go 115. If I use the angle button, which is in blue, so I hit second angle. If I hit number 1 for degrees, then if I type in the 40 and then hit the second angle button and do number 2 for minutes, and then type in the 15, hit the second an angle button and do the double quote, which I think is number, actually, I don't see that on here. I think what we can do is just type, let me try that again. Let's see here. Oh, the quotes is somewhere else. Hold on here. Where are the quotes at? Let me pause for a second. I think I could find them. They're not there, are they? So if we're trying to find the quotations, they're actually down here in green. That means I have to use the alpha key on my calculator. So it's the plus symbol's got this little quotation. So if I type in the 15 and then hit the alpha key and hit the quotes, that actually gives me my second symbol. If I hit enter, notice that also gives me this 115.671. So there's a couple ways of doing this. One is with you actually can type in the calculator, or you can also use this formula here and round as necessary. So let me model that again for you. So 115 degrees was 115. Hit the second angle button, number 1 for degrees. We have the 40 minutes. I can hit the 40 second angle, and number 2 is the minute symbol. And then I can do 15, but do the quotes, I gotta actually hit the alpha key and plus symbol. Then if I enter, that'll give me, it'll change it into decimal degrees. So if I want to convert from decimal degree format to degrees, minutes, and seconds, the whole number part of the decimal degree format will be in degrees, so I don't have to change that. But I need to multiply the decimal part of the degree in decimal degree to format by 60, and the whole number part of the product will be in minutes. So again, it says multiply the decimal part of the degree in the decimal degree format by 60, and the whole number part of the product will be the minutes. So what they're saying is, right now we have, in our example, we have 25.375 degrees. So what I can do is I can go like 25. Then if I add to that, if I multiply the 0.375 times 60, that'll give me the 47.5. So this becomes then 25 degrees plus 47 minutes, plus then the decimal there is now in minutes. So if I multiply the 0.5 by 60 again, that'll change the minutes into seconds. So it's going to be, that don't seem right either. So let me pause that for a second there. So what I need to do is watch what I just put in there in the calculator. So I really need to be writing this down on my actual answer here. So we have the 25 degrees to start with. So the decimal part's got to be turned into minutes and seconds. So let me try that again. So the 0.375 is going to be multiplied by 60. And that'll turn that into the minutes. So the 0.375 is going to be turned into 22.5 minutes. So what I have then is the 22.5 becomes the minutes. And then what I got to do is multiply the decimal part, which is the 0.5, times the 60. and that'll give me my 30 seconds. So 25 degrees, 0.375 degrees, that's all in degrees. But if I want to change that to minutes to seconds, I multiply the decimal part by 60 to turn that into minutes. And then I got to multiply the decimal part of the minutes by 60 to turn that into seconds. What you can also do is you actually can just type in 25.375 into your calculator. If you hit the second angle button, number 4, notice how that does degrees, minutes to seconds. So if I hit number 4 and hit enter, that'll turn that into degrees, minutes, and seconds as well. So again, how I did that again was 25.375. Hit the second button, hit the angle button, number 4, degrees, minutes, seconds, hit enter, and that'll actually turn a decimal degree into degrees, minutes, to seconds. So that's what we're kind of talking about there using the calculator. All righty, so that kind of concludes that lesson.